running steampunk convention in the United States. 10 years. Now, we'll get started with the play in a moment. So, up to about 6 weeks ago, we had 650 people. Now we are pushing 1,000 all of a sudden. So, we've all noticed the hotel has changed. A little. How many have running water? Okay, that's okay. No, not at work. If you do, I've been asked by the manager, if you do have an issue with your room, tell them immediately and they will have it fixed, okay? Now, this is not horrible on their part. I came in 3 months ago and a month ago. 1 month ago, there was no atrium. There was no cafe. There was dusty drywall, some steel beams, and a lot of construction workers going on break. So, this is the part I get to jive just a little. And I'm like, this will be done. Josh goes, it will be done. I said, it will be done. It will be done. I walked in Wednesday morning, there's a guy with a paintbrush. I said, why did I say this would happen? Now, it is 99.99% done, so that is true. But we have several rooms cut and several things that happened. And because people were slow at signing up this year, I had to budget for 700 people to 650 running around, which is why, yes, the tea room is smaller, because it was the only room we could have at the moment, we could figure out. It's why other certain rooms were cut down in size, because, well, if so many people are shopping, there's a formula for this, believe it or not, I have. If so many people are shopping, so many people are mulling, so many people are talking, these many people will be in the rooms, this will work. So you understand how I have to do it. The problem is, I wasn't expecting a surge of 250 people in the last 2.5 weeks. So if you look at Ticket Leap, it goes like this.
Everyone's happy to be.
I know. No, I'm just happy.
So stop apologizing.
They've already figured out some things for next year, where we'll have more space again. But you gotta remember, not everything is done, so view that as a maybe. But we have pushed almost 1,000 people. And how many are new tonight? We've never been to a steampunk convention. How many of you have been to at least one TeslaCon? 2 TeslaCons, 3 TeslaCons, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's see the Chinese.
We love all of you, but 9 and 10s, you're super special to me.
And you were in the room party. How many were at the first party we threw in 2009? 2009. Okay, that we consider the first TeslaCon because we actually had a commercial and a liquor in a room, so that's the first one.
TeslaCon 0.
TeslaCon 0. So anyway, I never would have imagined 10 years ago when we were at the Radisson, which only fit 400 people, and that was burgeoning, that we would be here tonight. 10 years. And the one thing I have to tell you is, Brian, who couldn't make it up here this time, he's like, I can't believe we did this for 10 years. And I said, I can't believe we hung around for 10 years. He goes, oh, I like it, I just can't get up there all the time. And we never intended this. We never, 2 years, like I've always said, 2 years, maybe 3 within it. But everyone was like, no, we gotta have another one. No, we have to have another one. So we keep going. I'd like to think we're like the supernatural of steampunk. Carry on, my wayward fans. But I think it's a testament not just to these people and my staff, but to you. Because you've come here year after year, and you've been able to keep it going. You've been able to help me come up with ideas. You've presented, you've shown your talent, your skills, and we're still here. And you bring friends. Now, tell the truth, and then we'll get started. How many brought friends who have never done steampunk, but you said you have to try this? How many? Okay. Now, I want to know the truth. How many of those friends are happy they came? That's good. One person, I won't say who, told me once, they go, yeah, I've been to a lot of cons, but we went to yours first. I said, yeah, they go, we got really, really spoiled really fast. I mean, I've known a lot of people through this, but one particular fan told me about 4 years ago, she says, there's a reason we come. I said, what's that? She goes, you're the last one of the year. Right. And she goes, it's like a crown. There's little jewels throughout, but she goes, TeslaCon's the center. So, it's a good feeling. And, you know, there are things that are fun about this, but I have to admit, one of my favorite things ever, and I haven't shown my grandson, is being made into a Lego. When you get to be a Lego, goddamn, you made it. So, I will talk after the performance, but I really want to say thank you. Thank you all so much for being here, for supporting us, for supporting the fandom, and believing in this convention. This is as much yours as it is mine. Thank you.
Left the train. As we prepare for departure, please welcome to the stage Grand Admiral of the Silver Star Fleet and Kaiser of Germany, Reinhard Krieger.
Und his wife, Lydia Krieger.
Welcome, good people all. We are very happy that you could join us on this momentous journey. We have done great things in the last year to restore freedom to the world. But here you all are, as we return to the far side of this great continent in this magnificent ballroom car.
I must say, I am as much as fun as it was to see King Bobbins crowned as Protector of the East. I am constantly amazed by the number of people who are willing to follow him wherever he goes.
Well, it's not every day you get to see someone play the de facto ruler of the world.
Well, when you say it like that.
Yeah. Hey, did everyone have a good time in Peking?
As a matter of fact, Mother and I got to study with some of the phenomenal healers in the city center.
Yeah, Montgomery, this is my son Montgomery, my remaining son.
I think we've met.
Yeah, but he has joined us for this adventure today.
Father, I've been on several adventures at this point.
Yeah, but this one was for fun. And your uncle took you someplace nice.
I suppose it's true.
So Montgomery, who's your friend?
Well, that's a good question. Yeah, I was trying to not be, you know, bad dad.
I could see your eyes.
Montgomery, who is the special lady? Is she a romantic interest of yours? I saw her up here with you. She seems to be around you quite a bit.
Admiral is Tess McCormick. I'm Montgomery's lab assistant. I've been on several of these adventures. We've been at least 7 times now.
That's wonderful! That's so nice, yeah.
Science help me. Miss McCormick, would you mind going to our laboratory car and ensuring that everything is prepared for departure?
You got it, boss.
So, is she a romantic?
I can't even. Holmes, where are you? You're distracted.
Yes, hello, I'm here. Hello, yes, hi. Sherlock Holmes, world's greatest detective. Swoon later, please. Swoon later. Spoon later, please. Anyway, enough of that. I had something interesting to say. I have recently completed a study on a new spice derived from a plant in Manchuria, which is picked, dried, and ground finely. In proper doses, it can remove all deleterious effects from the entire body, and according to legend, can even reverse the aging process. But at small doses, it's very good in glazed roasts.
Yes, that's fascinating. Moving along. Go on. For those who don't know, I am Lieutenant Colonel Theodora Croft.
But I am Admiral Heinrich Lohr of the Silver Star Fleet.
And we are thrilled to welcome you aboard the luxurious Orient Express.
It's not every day you get to travel in a train the size of a hotel!
Indeed, we'll be departing Peking shortly with our ultimate goal to be arriving in England in about just 1.5 days.
It's truly a marvel of modern technologies that we can travel across half of the world in such a limited time.
Through superior steam engineering of His Highness's own Tesla engines, we will move so quickly and so smoothly, you will hardly even feel this train move. Smooth.
During this time of travel, we have arranged for multiple entertainments to keep you entertained. Went there. We will have panels, music, dining, and drinking. See, I got that.
All in all, far more than you would conventionally expect. Same thought it was.
That was good. That was good.
Well said, Cross Admiral. And we all have the opportunity to look forward to safely making it home from a successful time here in China. And drinking.
I couldn't agree more. But I will confess that although I do love it here in Peking, with all the lovely botanicals to study, I do miss our sweet little castle back in Bavaria. And I like to think that by going home, we're putting the whole ugly Procticus thing behind us and starting a whole new journey together.
I too have said that we could not find Procticus anywhere. Don't believe me, we looked. But there are some battles that cannot be won. So we move on to the movies.
Well said now, Admiral. We now must focus on the task at hand of rebuilding a world ravaged by war.
Agreed, we must come together and rise from the ashes to such a shining example for the world around us. Under the leadership of the new emperor, the people will rise. Sit down now.
Please welcome to this platform King Robert Hastings Bobbins III of England, Emperor of the World!
Conductor! Get us underway immediately. Now! jump in. Start the hypersonic.
One more cycle.
Almost there.
Pneumatic alignment.
The thing is 7 stories big when you expect it to turn over right away.
I think that was the third engine.
I haven't seen my people.
Oh, there it goes, there it goes!
Our journey has officially begun! Sir, Montgomery Croft. Must be very quiet and busy right now, His Majesty. I'm a little concerned about his behavior. I mean, it's strange, not normal strange.
I would agree with you, Father, especially after the questionable decisions during the war last year. His behavior has become a bit more erratic.
You are not alone in these observations. Bobbins has always been a strange man. But we would be doing the world a disservice if we did not pay very close attention to his every action, especially as we are the most trusted members of his council.
My friends, please, someone might hear us.
But we'll be sorry.
That's true. Besides, it is our place to offer guidance and feedback to the king. It is not our place to question his decisions. We must always remember that. Oh, what is that now?
I found a body! There's been a murder!
What? What is the meaning of this?
It means there has been a murder.
The room must be secured. No one leaves till the body is fully examined.
Your Highness, how would you have us proceed?
I have so much paperwork. It's hard being the emperor of the world. There's all kinds of legal activity. Won't be. Could you please help me with all of this?
Of course, Your Excellency. I will give this matter my full attention.
Oh, I know you will. I trust you implicitly. You're my best friend. Nobody likes me, except my dog.
Well, anyway, as the world's greatest detective, Sherlock Holmes, hold your applause, please. I already think I've solved this case. What? More or less, yeah, I'm just that good. I happen to know that aboard this train at this time, there is one of the world's greatest assassins and mistresses of disguise. She is one of the world's greatest poisoners and could easily have committed this crime and slipped away with no one noticing. And on top of that, she's on this train completing an assignment in Peking. And as a final piece of information, she is sitting somewhere behind me. I accuse law chartreuse.
A keen observation, Holmes, but you are not the only deductive mind on this train.
Yes,
and I believe that I may have spotted the person who could very well be our murderer. Someone else with a history of death and violence. No one other but Angelique Delamore.
A fine observation, excuse me. But I think you both come with the obvious choices. My time in the military has trained me to be aware of anyone that may arouse my suspicion. And from the moment they walked in the door, my suspicions were triggered by that man and that woman. I don't know who they are.
My God, it cannot be!
But it is! That's
Anastasia Newcastle and James McCaffrey.
Yes,
You're
it's us.
alive.
Now, don't take this the wrong way, but we're awfully disappointed to see you all here.
I'd say we're on our honeymoon. And not to say that it's not a pleasant surprise to see you on this train, and honestly, one should expect that from a mobile hotel, but didn't expect it at all.
But we haven't heard from you in years.
James, you were dead!
He was! I killed him! I made sure of it!
it, not a very good one.
Okay.
Well, actually, I did die.
See? I did it.
Oh, but I got better. Thank you very much for asking. I suppose you could say that I was only mostly dead. Speaking of which, how is it that a bunch of perfectly innocent people can't go on a simple vacation without you lot turning up with your death rays and your murders?
That's right! That's absolutely right! Finished!
Wait a moment!
I think he was...
That woman didn't have a ticket!
We need to review our passport checking procedures.
Goodness gracious. Well then, here we have several mysteries on our hands this evening. And being as it is a sign of good leadership to delegate, I shall do just that. Croft, no, Montgomery, you three have the best suspects in this crime. I'll leave it up to you three, put you in charge of this investigation. Let's see. By the time we arrive in London, I hope you'll have a solution to this terrible matter. What's it?
You have my full assurance.
I suspect the third row.
I promise you, we will find your killer.
Good.
Eric?
Andre?
Yes, you...
Now, all of you,
no.
as we continue through this journey, please do keep your eyes open, but do not forget to enjoy yourselves. There are panels to attend. There are balls for dancing. Und Sabaka, fully stocked.
We have the best minds active on this case right now. We will find the solution. You need not worry.
Yeah.
My money is on Montgomery because he's brilliant and he makes me a proud papa.
Und with good reason, Herr Admiral. Now, all of you esteemed guests, for your benefit, we will now review all of the possible suspects on this train, one by one. Starting with Admiral Krieger!
What?
Yes, right there. Now you all know what he looks like, right? Yeah? That's Admiral Krieger. All right,
I'm a suspect. Fine, I'm a suspect.
and now, Lydia Ann Krieger! Step over here, outrageous face. She's from the Sugar Baker Kriegers. It's very strange. Never seen anything like it. All right, go ahead. Next up, we have Law Chartreuse, who is apparently a very famous poisoner. That's news to me. Very pretty, notorious poisoner, may I say.
Careful the lips of poison.
Now we have Tessie McCormick.
I'm innocent, I swear.
Yeah, there you are. Angelique Delamorte.
That was sad.
John James Lionel McCaffrey, Commodore, and formerly dead man.
Only the twice, and you missed some names out too.
I'm sure I did. He's got plenty. Now, Captain Anthony LaGrange, American action hero man. He knows how to use it too. Anastasia Newcastle, my former communications officer. I'm so proud. Excellent Sherlock Holmes.
Just took a stage light right through this thing.
Just do not point your lens into the stage light. Third in line to the throne of Russia.
Third? No.
Andrei Romanov. Dr. Montgomery Krieger! Captain Theodora Croft. Oh, my apologies. Lieutenant Colonel Theodora Croft. He keeps following us around. This is Eric Treppenwitz. Please, hold your excitement for the President of France, the elect, your son.
I just came here on vacation.
Didn't we all? None of us can go on vacations, it's a curse. Whoever puts a curse on us, stop, we get it. Ah, one of the batons, Maximilian!
Justice for aubergine, thank you very much.
Justice for aubergine indeed. We're all looking, yeah. Ademir de la Pluie, sire of the batons. She's one of those ancient silent types. Now I'm in trouble. Zhenya Romanova! By proxy, third in line to the throne of Russia. Masters, Burke and Hare! Body removal experts.
Dibs on that one. Look, I got dibs on him.
Everyone wants the right hand, no one wants the left one. Crispin Hornsby!
Wait a minute, I want to be accused too.
Yeah? Oh, and who are you?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar! Seems like a very nice man, I've never seen him before. Now, esteemed guests, thank you all for joining us, and please, enjoy your voyage here on the Orient Express!
How do you know it's 10 years? I'm wearing glasses all the time. So,
It's a good look.
It is.
I look like a professor, that's what I did, so. I never thought I'd be up here, to be honest with you. So, this is a little weird, just because if you think about this, 1/9 to 10th of my life is being spent in steampunk. And we weren't the first company, but we had the most staying power. Think about that. And it started at a little hotel where I got all my students together to be ticket takers. My friend Bob Hill made costumes, little vests. I spent 3 weeks having my mom sewing little parts of them. He made the little structures. And then Aaron Kraft, where are you, Aaron? Where are you? There he is, over there, waving. Who was one of my students who ended up working at Disney and Riot and now works at Blizzard on Worlds of Warcraft. Yes, all you fans can suck up to him because he does the noises for you. Helped us build all these years worth of sound effects and the train sounds. And I told him, I said, when we did this, I said, you can recycle them. I think no one's heard them all. But we've done trains. We've done submarines. We've done spaceships shot from a cannon in England. We've done a Congress of Steam, which, if you remember right, was the whole thing here, and was close to 1,600 people, which took almost a half hour just to have the parade. I remember that one. Number 4, for the parade to go through, including the moon men. And then we did Journey to the Center of the Earth, where we had, according to Krieger, petrified dinosaurs. We went to the Wild West. We went to France. We went to Bucharest and had a scary time. Everyone got into dark steampunk. That's good. We had the Battle of Britain. Now we're on a train where everyone's trying to kill me. No. But, you know, when you start this stuff, I originally had the thought, oh, we'll be on an airship and we'll tool around and, you know, we'll do some fun things. That was it. That was all. And then every year, can we try this? Can we do this? Now this afternoon we tried something called Hasty Hastings Crown, where it's a toy from Hasbro you put on your head and the food revolves around you and you try to eat it. And we filmed it, and it went over so good they want to do it again, and other conventions said they might want to try it. I guess it's adaptable, I don't know. I never know it's going to work. I never know it's going to stick. I never know it's going to be big. I mean, God only knows the Forbidden Images panel. Who knew? My dirty cousin, Mr. Krieger here. But we never knew. I mean, we throw stuff up and we're like, hopefully this will work, You know, okay, maybe. And the best thing about it is, the very, very best thing, is what we're proud of the most, really, if you think about it, is the fact that you keep coming back. And sometimes I'm sometimes shocked, I'm like, how many people are crammed in there? 300! Oh, I have to be a little one. And we never quite know what's going to be popular, or never quite know what's going to be the big thing of the year. But I was sitting here and I took the surveys, you know, a year ago, and I said, really, what do you want? Now, I will honestly tell you tonight, the first one was Nemo and the Lost Continent of Atlantis. Okay? That one won, hands down, almost 50%. And Nemo and something will be next year. Or not next year, the year after, sorry. In 2 years. It will be in 2 years. The reason being, I'm going to stay truthful to the story, to a point, but I have to find the correct actors who are East Indian to stick to the book, and I'm making a change in the character. We will have our first female villain that year. I promise you, the villain will be a woman. Oh no, this is all new stories, and this is going to be Nemo. So wait till you see it. But we are trying new things, and I picked something that I think everyone would like. I picked classic sci-fi and steampunk, which is War of the Worlds. And the reason I did it was believe it or not, aliens are so much easier to do than subs. But it's a good way to test what we want to do. Travis, where are you? I can't see. Oh, there you are. Okay. Travis will be working with me this year. We wanted to get some stuff done, but there just wasn't enough time. And we're going to be pushing the boundaries of high tech for you. We're going to let you use your cell phones a little more. We're going to let you use Oculus wear in something called the Ocularium, which we're going to create this year. We're going to test it at ExpectoCon for the first time. Thank you. Yes, we're doing ExpectoCon too. There we go. Okay. Now, everyone who said that signed up. We would really be good. But it's going to be tricky. He has a lot of work to do. But it's tinkering on things that I want to see, he wants to try, and it's something that no other convention has. You get to sit, and you get to watch part of the story, and you can take part of it live, in your head. Literally, 3D. Ooh, is that about right? Did I say that right? Yes, he's nodding. Okay, good. So, virtual reality, VR, okay. So my grandson will be hopping up and down, excited. But I want to bring something new. I want to do new things. At 10 years, I realized we've all grown. Did you realize that anyone who's 15 to 25 is now 25 to 35? A lot of them have gone through school. They have student loans. They might be married, might have kids, might not be married. And life's a little tough right now. And those who were 55 to 65 are now 65 to 75. And even though they're older, some still come, but a lot of them, have dropped off. They liked it for a few years, but so we're looking for new people. I don't think steampunk's dying. I don't claim that. It's slowing. But I think there's a lot of stuff out there. Disney now owns everything on the planet. And besides Star Wars and Marvel and Star Wars, a lot of fans are into that again. But the one thing we're seeing, it's not that there's a stoppage of steampunk, but more people are becoming re-interested in it. Does that make sense? When we sit and talk, with the other con chairs, we're seeing stuff. There's something happening, but we're not quite sure what. There are fewer books coming out, but people are getting more into DIY stuff. Yeah. And I'm seeing that more and more, like the armor I'm seeing tonight, and some of the clothing, and some of the costumes, but it's more, you want to make it and take it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Would you agree with me? Yeah. Okay. And that's some stuff we're going to be looking at now into the future. So, I did read the surveys. I did look at what you wanted. The only one that's really hard to do, and I know a lot of you want it, is the World's Fair. The problem is, I really don't want to do E.H. Holmes' icky stories. But, yeah, I know. But there are other things we're going to try. So, I did write Mary Poppins this summer. I wrote it. I wrote the whole thing out. And I realized it's the last one. So we have to shelve it for a while, because if I run that one, that's the end of it. That's my ending. And I never, how writers go, I wasn't expecting the characters to do this. Now I understand what they meant. I'm like, no, you control it. No, you sort of let the characters go ahead and do their thing. And it's a bowing out time. But we'll save that. It's all done. I shelved it, and it's done. And we'll save that for a while. So don't worry. I'm coming back.
Yay.
But I've told a couple people what happens. And one of my friends, she's not into steampunk, but she goes, that is so cute. Everyone's going to cry at the end. I said, yes, I know. And she goes, but it's cute. It makes you feel good. I said, that's what it's supposed to do. But, so I'm happy with it. But for next year, we have it planned out. I'm starting it. But I want you to have fun this weekend. So, we didn't know we were going to have this many people. And not everyone is here. There's still probably about 50 to 60 people not here. So it's important for you to understand we got to sign up early because I have to figure out seats. and we have to figure out seating arrangements. That is important, believe it or not, because now that we're down several rooms, you get the point. I think it's pretty obvious. But it also helps me plan what we can do. We are going to have the interactive films back next year. You will see stuff and you get to engage with it like we did in seasons 1, 2, and 3, 5. I think that's right, 5 and 6. And yeah, 5 and 6. So you will get to engage with the film and you will get to do stuff with it. Just like at Disneyland. See? You think I'm joking, don't you? I'm not joking. I do have it worked out where we can do it. My brother has already started building a model. Mike, where are you, Mike? Gosno, where are you? Michael? Is he here? I know he was here earlier. No, he's not dead, no. Mike has I know people have been asking about tickets for next year. We will start selling them. The VIPs can sign up. However, Mike will be building up to 8 14-inch models of our version of the Martian tripods next year for those tickets. So it's that you get your own model of what we're going to build in the film. So there you go. It's one big plug. Yes, we will start the tickets. I think right now we'll start them in the morning. Okay?
How early?
Be down there at 6, be in line.
As I left, I'm not gonna lie, as I left, my dad goes, now have a good show, and the 3 after too. And I'm like, okay. And my mom goes, he just means they'll probably ask about the next few years as well. I'm like, yeah, I know they will. So, anyway, we're fine. But I do, one more time, want to thank you. You've been so gracious to me. Not a lot of people can say they've kept over 1,000 friends for 10 years coming back, considering how a few people send out Christmas cards. And what?
She doesn't have your home address.
You know, when we thought about stopping it, so many vendors came to me and said, you can't. I said, why? They go, we really, really love it and we need it. And my partner said, he goes, people depend on it now. This isn't just me or Brian. It's about all of you, but a lot of people make their livelihood on it at the end of the year. Do you realize all the stuff you buy in there for Christmas helps fund those people's lives for the next 3 or 4 months? That's what they live off of. And it's important. And Brian said, we sort of owe it to the community to keep going. And I said, yeah, I know, we do. So, there's more to this. This is not just a convention, I've said this before. What is it? Home and family. How many feel, I want the truth, and I'd only raise your hand if you truly mean this. This is just as important as your real home family. Okay. Even more. How many would rather do this than Thanksgiving with your family? There we go! Okay, there we go! Okay. Let's face the facts, yeah, okay. Although thank God for Disney Plus and Mandalorian this year. Okay. And no, I'm not doing a Star Wars con, so don't ask. No. No way in hell. Now.
2 weeks at your house.
Yeah, all right. So I want to bring up some people and introduce them quickly so you get to know them. First off, Mr. Doc Phineas. I've been wanting Doc for a couple years, but we had to time it right. And I said, you know, I called him up and I introduced myself. And I said, it'd be nice to have you for a 10th year. And he goes, oh my God, Eric, I would love it. So, here he is.
Hello, 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 TeslaCon! TeslaCon 10. And, you know, if you produce steampunk festivals, I produce SteamCon in Las Vegas, I can only tell you the blood, sweat, tears, and near-death experiences this man has been through. Eric, we love you. Let's give him a huge round. Come on, 10 years. Eric, you are amazing. You're the only man on the planet that I know that has done this for 10 years who still has a pulse.
That might be true.
Honestly, I'm so thrilled to be with you guys, and I would like to bring you our deepest and warmest greetings from the 1,500 people in Las Vegas in the Steampunk Guild. This is happening, this amazing phenomenon that we are all involved in. Steampunk has been going on. K.W. Jeter is a dear friend of mine. 31 years ago, he coined the word steampunk. And look at us now. Look at us. We're amazing. People have said steampunk's dead. Just look at this room. We're not dead. We are continuing to progress and become all that we can be.
We might be a little rusty, but...
Yes. We might be a little ancient, we might smell like the 1880s, but we're good. So I couldn't be more delighted to be here at TeslaCon. I've just had a blast. Has this not been a fun journey so far? On this Orient Express? Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. So delighted to be here. Thank you all, and we'll see other people.
He'll be out in just a few moments to start this fashion up. Next, I want to bring in a good friend of mine who's been here for several years, Lynn Marie Neufeld. Now, Lynn is one of my best friends, and she goes, you know, you can do other conventions too. And I said, yeah, I know, but more than one or two a year, I'm going to die. And she goes, no, but I have ideas. She's a big fan of some fandoms, and I read, believe it or not, I do read, but I can't read everything. And she goes, I think you'd really like the one I'm in. I'm like, okay. And we're in discussion to do Terry Pratchett's convention. We would be the first immersive Hog's Father convention. Now, we've just started getting this stuff ready. We have to approach them now, go to England, see how it works, go through the proper channels, but if they give it the blessing, we would resurrect the convention. It's become much smaller, and we try to bring it back to where it was about 8 years ago when Terry was alive. So we're hoping, we can't promise yet, it's up to the lawyers. This is one of those things where I have to buy a license. So you understand that. It could take a little bit, but she's really interested in it. We've also been talking about some other stuff, which to do with puppetry, and some other shows that may be on TV. So we'll wait and see. But that brings us to our next guest, who has graciously decided to join us this year, Mr. Tom McLaughlin, who has worked. Now I'm going to say this, and you guys have to understand what I'm going to talk about for just 1 minute here. You're looking at a man who made a lot of our childhoods. He helped create the green latex that made Yoda possible, so if it ripped, you wouldn't have to fix it. He created Jabba the Hutt. He worked on the Dark Crystal, and you know what's in that. He created Babe and won an Academy Award. You're looking at our childhood. For most of us. And Lynn goes, we should get him, and people can learn about this. I'm like, do you think people want to learn about puppets? Well, they're all sold out. So, yeah, they do. And he's here this weekend to teach about silicone, puppetry, and we're going to hopefully be incorporating some of that into next year's script. He's going to help us. and we're going to do some new stuff that way. So we're ahead of the curve, but I want to thank him so much for coming and being part of it. You're so welcome. I treasure you. Is James here? Nethery? James? Okay, he's asleep. So, he drove, he was tired. He really was tired, I could tell. Is Carrie Ann here? Okay, then she's still getting in. So, a couple people couldn't make it, I know. Monty's van is older than Monty. So, he goes, I'm really sorry, but he goes, if I try even to get into Ohio, it's gonna fail. I said, okay. And Dave didn't feel the drive would be good if there was snow because he was hauling the cars. But I'm a northerner and 8 inches of snow doesn't scare me. So, but I want to thank you again. You've been more than friends to me. I've met so many of you over the years. You've written me cards, you've written me birthday cards, you've sent me gifts at Christmas. Unanimous. I mean, I have no idea who sends some of this stuff. It's usually Star Wars stuff, so thank you. I can't afford it all. Or as Lincoln goes, my little 6-year-old, he goes, Grandpa, I like coming here because you got really cool toys that even I don't have. But, so many of you mean so much to me. And my staff who's been with me, Catherine, where are you, honey? Where are you, Catherine? Catherine, Fixer? Is Fix here? Okay. Fixer has been with me since 1999. When we started FilmCon, which was a small convention each year of 300 to 350 people, where we brought people like Tom out. I brought Ian McKay, who designed the new Star Wars films, the 1, 2, and 3. We brought in Academy Award-winning special effects artists, and you name it. We brought in the head of ILM, Eric Tiemens, who's, the very head of ILM, and he gave a lecture on how to paint concept paintings. And that was the beginning for me. We sort of changed how people in the 3-state area learned how to make films. Now I'm doing this. But what never ever fails is all of your creativity. I get to see everything all at once. And I get to see all the fun, all the costumes, all the excitement, all the brass, all the copper, all the silver, all the gold, all the gold. I just love this. It's from England. This is so cool. And it never fails me that you guys keep coming up with stuff year after year. So when I told Lynn and a couple people about next year, and she said, and other people go, well, it's not like they can't come up with more weapons and armor. No kidding. Speaking of armor, Dr. Gus in the vendor's room, they're sold out right now, but he will take orders. Where is Dr. Gus? Are you here? Dr. Gus? Okay. He will take orders for them. It starts with year 0 and works all the way up to here. 2009. So if you actually did come to the first mini-con TeslaCon in the bedroom on the 10th floor, you can put that on. Or as Abby said, I like this place, it's comfortable. Her dealer lead. And that's it. We're here. We've made it. I want you all to have a good weekend. I want you to have fun. There's parties tonight. There's late night panels, and I'm going to tell you something quick because we had a few changes. I know everyone goes, can't you print up the schedule? Yes, and it's going to change 3, 4, 8, 12 times. Even after we said it can't change anymore, it still changed 8 times. And I'm not joking. So, tomorrow at 1:30 to 3 in car 1, Jason Merrill will be having accessories to AIDS 1 travel. Know that. All right. The Doll and Plushie Tea Party is from 1:30 to 3 in the lecture room. That's the one in the far end. Okay. Saturday at 2 p.m. David, of course, isn't here, but Brett King, who is very well known for his costumes and all kinds of fun stuff, is doing something called Tales from the Workshop from 2 to 3 in car 2. He's here, and we'll be talking, the guy's really good. He wins a lot of costume awards, it's a lot of fun. Also, where's the man doing the, sundering the film industry? Where are you? Are you here? Okay, we did change it on the main, I can't remember the exact time now, but because things were goofed. His panel, Sundering the Film Industry, learning about the film industry and everything, it is on the master schedule on the wall, so you can look at it. We wrote it in, okay? I believe it's around 3 to 4, if I remember right. I believe in lecture 2. So, look at that, read your paper, of course. We'll begin. Thank you. Oh, Tara, where are you, Tara? Tara, stand up. I told Tara, I said, design me a newspaper. I did the masthead, the London Mirror, reflecting on today's times. And she goes, that's cute. I'm like, yeah, it's really stupid, ain't it? But I like it. But we found a place that prints, and they did a really good job, I think. Do you like it? It's cute. So, next year there will not be passports anymore. We're going to something new. So, yeah. Sure, yeah, okay. So, we're going to try something new, but I can't tell you what it is yet. But you're gonna like it. It's gonna be something completely different, funny, and you'll be like, oh, this is sort of cool. I get to wear it, but it's functional. So, wow, look at that. He came up with something else. Yeah, he did. So,
plant microchips in all of us.
no, actually, Travis, were you telling me about those? Yes, we're looking at. We can't do them for everyone, because they do cost quite a bit, but we're looking at doing an interactive electronic badge, steampunk style. We have to figure them out. It's more than just plugging a battery and going, look, it lights up. No, it does stuff. But we have to figure it out first. 10 years ago, face the fact, none of you could be filming this with your phones. You could take pictures, but you couldn't film it. 10 years ago, you couldn't have this instantly streamed to Twitter, Facebook, anything, because we didn't have cameras that could do it. We had cameras, 3 megapixels, wow, maybe, if it was, and they were flip phones. Think about it now. Think about what we've seen. There's still no damn flying cars that like Blade Runner, I'm upset. Just letting you know. Oh, and by the way, Blade Runner is in the past now, so it's steampunk. Think about that for a minute. But I want to thank everyone, my staff, my crew, my actors, everyone who's been able to help me all these years, and you. This has been a privilege, and it has been fun. It's been a ride like I've never thought. And I've met so many of you, and I have a much bigger family for it. So thank you.
Thank you.